12:21 Central African Time, and we're coming to you live from Johannesburg in South Africa. Now, Kenya is counting its losses in the wake of landslides which have killed at least 30 people. Thousands of families have been forced to flee their homes due to rising water levels. Kenya's Interior Minister has urged residents of affected areas to be cautious as rainfall continues across several parts of the country. And to give us an update on the situation at the moment, we are joined on the line by Anthony Muchiri Muturi, the Emergency Response Manager, Disaster Management Operations at the Kenya Red Cross Society. Anthony, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, do we know what the death toll is standing at the moment?
Yes, we had this unfortunate disaster happen in a county called Elgeyo Marakwet in Kenya. Up to, as of yesterday, we have 34 confirmed dead, and 17 people are still missing.
And, in terms of this, we saw the visuals and unfolding on our television screens and warning of more landslides occurring. What is the situation in terms of the response, and how quick were the response teams able to get to that area? And were there any warnings prior to the landslide?
Prior to the landslide, there were no warnings. It came as a surprise to many, the residents and also the responders. But in the wee hours of the morning after it occurred around 4 a.m., Saturday morning, by around 6:30, we had our response teams responding. Most of the roads were cut off, so they had to walk and hike to get to the epicenter of the disaster. Later on, the government came in a big way to support with military choppers and police choppers to get the quick needed support of personnel, and we were able now to rescue the survivors and also refer to hospital the inpatient patients that had been were being attended to at a local hospital, St. Mary's Hospital, Chesangony.
And do you know what the situation is in Uganda? Have you been in communique with your team members on the ground in Uganda?
And no, negative. We've not heard about shocks around Uganda.
And has the Kenyan government laid out plans as to how they will assist the affected people?
Yes, as I said, the government, Kenyan government is team leading in this whole exercise, and we are supporting them on the humanitarian side to distribute food that has been provided by the Kenyan government, non-food items, shelter, emergency shelter materials, including mattresses. Also, the government has provided a space that would be set up like a quick displacement camp for the affected. There is also talk around how they would be able to resettle the affected people, but this is all coming from government. So we are supporting the humanitarian interventions. Currently, the biggest need is to locate these missing persons. And as an organization, Kenya Red Cross really passes its condolences to those who lost their family members, but this is out our toll-free line, 1199, for the families who are still missing their people to come out, give more information, and if part of the missing people could also hear the message, they can call the toll-free line, 1199, so that we can be able to reunite them with the families. So right now, at the moment, there's a bit of more attention on still recovering this either dead or missing people, however we find them.
And what are you hearing from the people that survived? What are they saying? What are they in terms of their experience and everything that they've had to go through to this point?
Yes, it was a traumatizing experience. Most of them are just saying this is something they've never experienced before. They never imagined it would occur. And it's just shocking to see the aftermath, what they're looking at from what they know their land to be and what they're seeing right now. It's just traumatizing. So a lot of psychosocial support, mental health psychosocial support is being accorded to them just to come to terms with what has happened. And of course, those who are missing their loved ones, that's even harder for them.
Now, Anthony, with regards to the people that do call the toll-free number, the 1199, what sort of response do they get on the other line? Just because sometimes it's not easy for somebody to pick up a phone and ask for help. What are they going to be coming across on the other end of the line?
As a first entry is counseling, the ability to get support, counseling, and be assured of someone to talk to whatever time. This is a 24/7 open line. That will be the first entity. The second entity is if you're missing your persons, then is to provide details, and we cross-check with whatever information we have so as to reunite. Last but not least, there are people who could not maybe be accounted for or have missed out in the initial assessments. Getting the data then would accord them support that is coming from government, and would match the support with whoever calls, and it's clear that they're coming from the area and they could have been left out in the initial assessments.
Well, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us on Africa Updates. We are going to leave it there for today. That's Anthony Muchiri Muturi, the Emergency Response Manager, Disaster Management Operations at the Kenya Red Cross Society, joining us on the line. And as you heard, if you are in Kenya and are in the impacted areas or affected areas, the toll-free number to call for the Red Cross to get assistance is 1199. You're listening to Africa Update.